How's your life changed since this all happened?
Since I became a cast member on Swamp People, my life changed dramatically.
What really happened to Troy Landry, the fearless alligator hunter and star of Swamp People, during his mysterious absence from the show? Was it health issues, personal challenges, or something deeper?
It's unbelievable how much our lives have changed.
Has it been a cool response? Because I wasn't really aware of what it was like to be a gator hunter in the bayou before your show came on.
In this video, we uncover the truth behind the rumors, explore his incredible journey through pain and recovery, and reveal the untold stories that even the most loyal fans might have missed. Troy Landry is one of the most recognized faces in the world of alligator hunting, thanks in large part to his long-standing role on the History Channel's reality series, Swamp People. Since the show first aired in 2010, Troy has captured the attention of viewers with his down-to-earth attitude, his fearless approach to hunting, and his deep connection to Louisiana's swamp country. Despite taking a break in season 13, his return for season 14 was met with enthusiasm, especially after concerns had circulated regarding his health. But before diving into those details, it's worth looking back at who Troy Landry is and how he built his reputation both on and off screen. Born on June 9, 1961 in Pierre Part, Louisiana, Troy comes from a long line of hunters, fishermen, and outdoorsmen. His parents, Duffy and Myrtle Landry, raised him alongside his brother Bubba in a family where the natural environment wasn't just a backdrop, it was a way of life. From a young age, Troy was introduced to the traditions of the swamp: trapping, shrimping, moss harvesting, lumber work, and most notably, alligator hunting. These activities weren't just seasonal hobbies for the Landry family, they were integral to survival and community life in rural Louisiana. Growing up in such a setting meant that Troy didn't just learn the skills of swamp life, he lived them daily. Over time, he honed a deep understanding of the rhythms of the swamp, the behavior of wildlife, and the business of making a living from the land. By the time Swamp People debuted, Troy had already been hunting alligators for over 25 years. His extensive experience and calm, capable manner made him a natural fit for the show, which aimed to showcase the unique lifestyle of alligator hunters in the Atchafalaya River Basin. What sets Troy apart is not only his expertise, but also the way he connects with audiences. When he appears on screen, there's an authenticity that resonates. He doesn't play up for the cameras. Instead, he sticks to what he knows and shares that world with viewers in a straightforward, genuine manner. For many watching at home, Troy offers a glimpse into a way of life that's far removed from city living, and his passion for the swamp and his craft is unmistakable. Though hunting alligators might sound like something out of an action film, for Troy and his peers, it's serious business. The hunting season in Louisiana only lasts 30 days each year, meaning hunters like Troy must work quickly and efficiently to fill their quotas. In this short window, they earn a significant portion of their yearly income. Thanks to his skill and preparation, Troy has turned this narrow hunting window into a sustainable livelihood, and a surprisingly lucrative one. Over the years, Troy has also expanded into other areas of business, including the harvesting and distribution of crawfish. Reports suggest that he manages to harvest between 5 and 6 million pounds of crawfish each year, a staggering figure that highlights the scale of his operations. Crawfishing is another seasonal, high-effort business, but for someone with Troy's knowledge and drive, it's a natural extension of the work he's always done. Troy's introduction to television came when producers at the History Channel began looking for individuals who embodied the life of the Louisiana swamp. The network aimed to create a reality series that would explore the traditions and challenges of modern-day alligator hunters. When Swamp People premiered on August 22, 2010, it featured a cast of real-life hunters, including Troy and his family. The show quickly gained popularity for its gripping scenes, unique setting, and charismatic cast members. From the beginning, Troy emerged as one of the standout figures on the show. Viewers were drawn to his steady demeanor, his clear communication, and the way he worked alongside family members with respect and good humor. Over the years, he became the most featured cast member, with more than 100 episodes under his belt. His consistent presence and deep knowledge helped establish Swamp People as one of the History Channel's most successful reality series. Of course, fame brought with it financial success. Troy's role on the show reportedly earns him around $25,000 per episode. Combined with his business income from hunting and fishing, it's estimated that his net worth is around $2 million. While that figure might seem surprising for someone who works in such a rugged profession, it's a reflection of both his expertise and his ability to adapt to new opportunities, like reality television. Still, despite the fame and financial rewards, Troy remains grounded. He continues to live in his hometown of Pierre Part, where he and his wife Bernita have built a quiet life together. The couple married on September 26, 1981, and have since raised 3 sons, Jacob, Chase, and stepson Brandon, whom Troy embraced as part of the family. Their wooden house, built with care and commitment, is a symbol of their enduring relationship and their roots in the community. Family is clearly central to Troy's life. His sons have not only followed in his footsteps, but have also become part of the Swamp People cast. Jacob, the eldest, has taken on a leadership role in the family business and plays a major part in managing operations during the hunting season. Chase, the younger of the 2 biological sons, has also become a key member of the team, contributing his own skills and energy to the work. Brandon, although from Bernita's previous relationship, has been welcomed and supported just like the others. Together, the Landry family represents a strong, close-knit unit, one that relies on trust, tradition, and teamwork. Bernita herself has had a career of her own outside the swamp. She worked as a teller at Patterson State Bank before pursuing a career in education, eventually becoming a school teacher. She has also worked as a publicist for the History Channel, supporting the family's media presence. Her quiet strength and behind-the-scenes contributions have helped keep the family grounded and focused through the years of public attention. Although alligator hunting is the focus of the show, what draws people in is the human side of the story. The family dynamics, the respect for nature, the hard-earned experience, and the sense of community. Troy Landry's story is not just one of personal success. It's also a reflection of a way of life that many might never experience firsthand. Through the screen, viewers get a window into a world that's shaped by nature, defined by tradition, and powered by hard work. In November 2021, Troy's son, Jacob Landry, took to social media to update fans about his father's condition. He shared that Troy was preparing for back surgery, scheduled for November 21st. The announcement came as a shock to many viewers who had no idea the extent of the pain Troy had been living with. According to Jacob, Troy had been experiencing severe back issues for quite some time, but had finally undergone an MRI which revealed the root of the problem: a cyst growing around a nerve and a bulging disc in his spine. The diagnosis wasn't entirely new to Troy. Reports indicated that he had been managing a bulging disc for years, enduring discomfort that had gradually become more severe. The MRI, however, made it clear that surgery was now the only option to relieve the pressure and prevent the condition from worsening. As anyone who has suffered from chronic back pain knows, this kind of issue can have a major impact not just on physical ability, but also on overall well-being. For someone whose livelihood depends on physical labor and long days in rugged environments, this was no small obstacle. To better understand what Troy was dealing with, it helps to look at what a bulging disc actually is. Spinal discs are soft, cushion-like pads that sit between the vertebrae of the spine. When one of these discs begins to protrude beyond its normal boundary, it is referred to as a bulging disc. This can happen due to injury, wear and tear, or simply the natural aging process. While not always painful, a bulging disc can cause serious discomfort if it presses against nerves in the spinal cord. In Troy's case, the added complication of a cyst wrapped around the nerve only made things worse, leading to persistent pain and reduced mobility. If left untreated, a bulging disc can eventually become a herniated disc, where the inner gel of the disc leaks out and places even more pressure on nearby nerves. This can lead to numbness, muscle weakness, and in rare cases, long-term nerve damage. For someone like Troy, who works in a physically demanding profession, these risks were not to be taken lightly. The decision to go ahead with surgery wasn't just about relieving pain, It was about protecting his future ability to do the work he loves. On November 24th, just a few days after the procedure, Troy updated his fans through his Facebook page. In a short but heartfelt message, he expressed gratitude for the support and prayers he had received and shared that the surgery had gone well. He explained that doctors had successfully removed the cyst and that he was back home and taking it easy for a couple of weeks. He also mentioned his hope of being ready in time for the next alligator hunting season. That update brought a sense of relief to many of his supporters, who had been worried about his absence from the show and the lack of information surrounding his health. The positive outcome from the back surgery suggested that Troy would be able to return to the swamp soon enough, continuing the work that had defined much of his life. However, Troy's health challenges didn't end there. In 2022, news surfaced of another serious condition, prostate cancer. While there was no official announcement made through the Swamp People show itself, Troy once again chose to share the news directly with his fans. In a Facebook post, he revealed that he had been diagnosed with prostate cancer and had undergone surgery to remove his prostate. His words were candid and optimistic, saying, "Surgery went good. No more prostate, it was ate up with cancer." He went on to thank Dr. Alexander and the medical team for their care and gave a special mention to the fans who had sent prayers and kind messages. He expressed hope of going home the next day and mentioned that he was focusing on recovery in time for gator season. This kind of openness was appreciated by his followers, many of whom had been through similar experiences or knew someone who had. Prostate cancer is one of the most common forms of cancer in men, especially over the age of 50. When caught early, it is highly treatable, often through surgery, radiation, or a combination of treatments. In Troy's case, it appeared that the cancer had progressed enough to require the full removal of the prostate, but there was good news too. The doctors believed they had removed all traces of it. Within a couple of months, Jacob Landry once again took to Facebook, this time sharing a video update about his father's condition. He said that Troy was feeling much better and was making great progress. The tone was light and positive, with a clear sense of relief. He hinted that his father was already looking forward to the next season of Swamp People, a strong sign that Troy's recovery was going well. Soon after, another update confirmed even more encouraging news. Troy's lab reports had come back, and the results were favorable. According to Jacob, the medical team was confident that the cancer had been fully removed. For fans who had followed the ups and downs of Troy's health journey, this update felt like a turning point, a moment to celebrate his resilience and determination. Despite the seriousness of his health issues, Troy never lost his humor or his spirit. In a playful post on social media, he joked about wanting his boat back from Jacob, a lighthearted message that reassured fans that the old Troy was still very much present. It was a small gesture, but it spoke volumes about his mindset. Even after 2 major surgeries in less than a year, he was focused on getting back to doing what he loved, spending time in the swamp, hunting gators, and working alongside his sons. The outpouring of support he received during this time showed just how much he means to his audience. Fans sent messages of encouragement, shared their own experiences with surgery and recovery, and expressed how much they valued his presence on the show. Some even spoke about their own battles with prostate cancer, offering words of hope and strength based on their journeys. These responses weren't just casual comments, they were deeply personal. One fan mentioned being cancer-free for 17 years after going through the same surgery, and told Troy that he would come out stronger on the other side. Others thanked him for being an inspiration and urged him to take all the time he needed to heal. For a man who had always been seen as tough and unstoppable, these moments revealed a more vulnerable side and made him all the more relatable. His willingness to share his health story openly helped break down the silence that often surrounds serious medical conditions, especially among men. It also reinforced the sense of community that has grown around Swamp People, where fans don't just tune in for entertainment, but genuinely care about the people on screen. Brandon Landry, the stepson of Troy Landry, has occasionally appeared on the show and is considered part of the extended Landry family by viewers. The rumor of his death was triggered by the appearance of an obituary with the same name, Brandon Landry, which listed a man from Louisiana who had passed away. The confusion was understandable, given the shared name and location, but it led many fans to mistakenly believe that Troy and Bernita Landry's Brandon had died. However, this was not the case. The Brandon Landry referenced in the obituary was a different individual entirely, unrelated to Troy's family. Brandon, Troy's stepson, is alive and well and continues to be part of the family's life. The Landrys eventually addressed the rumor, reassuring their fans that their Brandon was safe. This moment served as a reminder of how quickly misinformation can spread, especially in the age of social media, and how important it is to fact-check before accepting or sharing news. This wasn't the only rumor that has surrounded the Landry family over the years. As Troy took time off for medical reasons, some fans speculated that he had permanently left the show, or that his health was worse than it actually was. While these concerns came from a place of care, they often ended up amplifying confusion and causing unnecessary worry. Fortunately, both Troy and his son Jacob have been proactive in sharing accurate updates on social media, helping to clear the air when false reports surface. Outside of dealing with rumors, the Landry family has remained remarkably open about their lives, especially when it comes to sharing updates about their personal and professional experiences. Troy, for instance, maintains an active presence on platforms like Twitter and Facebook, where he regularly engages with fans. On Twitter, he has built a loyal following of nearly 70,000 users, while on Instagram, he has attracted over 48,000 followers. Through these channels, Troy shares snippets of life in the swamp, behind-the-scenes moments, and updates on upcoming episodes and projects. This direct communication has allowed him to stay connected with his audience in a way that feels personal and authentic. One topic that often comes up among fans is Troy's financial success. Many are curious about how someone who spends their life in the swamps has managed to build such a strong financial foundation. The truth is, Troy's success is the result of decades of hard work, both before and after his television career began. Between his alligator hunting, crawfish business, and earnings from swamp people, Troy has built an estimated net worth of around $2 million. His appearances on the show reportedly earn him approximately $25,000 per episode, which, when combined with his other income streams, has given him a stable and comfortable lifestyle. The success of Swamp People has also had a ripple effect on Troy's children, particularly Jacob and Chase Landry. Both sons have embraced the family's alligator hunting legacy and carved out their own space within it. Jacob, born on December 27, 1983, in Pierre Part, Louisiana, has taken on a leadership role within the family business. He's become a well-known figure in the series, appearing in over 50 episodes and developing a strong fan base in his own right. Jacob's role on the show extends beyond just hunting. He has also taken on the responsibility of captaining the second boat in the Landry fleet, signaling a transition of leadership from one generation to the next. This shift has been meaningful, not just for the family, but also for the show's audience, who have watched Jacob grow into his role over the years. It reflects the reality that, while the swamp might be the same, the people navigating it are always changing and adapting. Outside of alligator hunting, Jacob has also shown interest in other areas, particularly in filmmaking. He worked as an assistant director on a horror drama film titled Paranormal Extremes: Text Messages from the Dead, showcasing his interest in storytelling and production. Financially, Jacob has done well for himself, with his net worth estimated at around $650,000. This success reflects both his on-screen work and his contributions to the family's broader business operations. Jacob is also a family man. He's married to Lindsay Landry, and together they have 2 children. Despite the public nature of their lives, Jacob has managed to maintain a sense of privacy and normalcy when it comes to his home life. His social media presence strikes a balance between sharing updates and preserving his family's personal space, a choice that many fans respect. Then there's Chase Landry, the younger of Troy's 2 biological sons. Born on April 25, 1989, also in Pierre Part, Chase has become a familiar face on Swamp People and a key figure in the family business. Like his brother, Chase has appeared in more than 50 episodes of the show. earning a reputation for his energy, expertise, and sharp instincts on the water. While Jacob has branched out into leadership and film, Chase has remained more focused on the physical side of alligator hunting. He's known for his hands-on approach and his ability to remain calm under pressure, traits that have made him a valuable member of the team. Financially, Chase's net worth is estimated to be around $220,000. Though not as high as his father's or brother's, it's a clear indication of the value he brings to the family operation. Chase is also a private individual when it comes to his personal life. He is married and has one child, but unlike many in the reality TV world, he has chosen to keep his partner's identity out of the spotlight. This decision speaks to a broader theme within the Landry family, a preference for privacy and simplicity, even amid the visibility that comes with reality television. Through all of this, the Landrys have managed to maintain a tight family unit. Whether working together in the swamp, dealing with public rumors, or supporting each other through health challenges, they present a united front that resonates with viewers. Fans often comment on the strength of their relationships and the sense of tradition that runs through everything they do. It's not just about hunting alligators. It's about family, legacy, and resilience. The Landry family's continued presence on Swamp People is a reminder that authenticity still matters in reality television. Viewers have followed them for over a decade not because they're chasing fame, but because they offer something real. Their lives are rooted in the land, shaped by generations of experience, and guided by values that many people find refreshing in today's media landscape. Despite the occasional rumor or misunderstanding, the Landrys have remained transparent and grounded. They've taken the time to correct misinformation, share real updates, and keep their fans in the loop without sacrificing their privacy. It's this careful balance that has helped them build a loyal following, one that extends far beyond the borders of Louisiana. One of the most emotional events in the show's history was the sudden death of Mitchell Gwist. Mitchell appeared during the second and third seasons of Swamp People and quickly became a fan favorite thanks to his distinct personality and strong bond with his brother Glenn. Together, they represented the rugged, old-school style of swamp life that viewers found so fascinating. Mitchell had a gentle yet determined presence that viewers admired. He brought authenticity and humor to the screen, and his natural way of speaking made audiences feel like they knew him personally. Tragically, Mitchell passed away on May 14, 2012, at the age of 48. He was reportedly working on his boat along the Bell River when he suddenly collapsed. The cause was later attributed to natural causes, but the suddenness of his death shocked both fans and fellow cast members alike. His passing left a hole in the show's cast and was deeply mourned by the Swamp People community. Tributes poured in across social media, with fans sharing memories and expressing their sorrow. For many, Mitchell embodied the very spirit of the show, authentic, hardworking, and proud of his roots. Another heartbreaking loss was that of Randy Edwards, a young and energetic cast member who had appeared in multiple seasons of Swamp People. Randy was part of the extended Edwards family, one of the central families featured on the show. He made his first appearance in Season 1 and returned in Seasons 3 through 6, gaining popularity for his skills, confidence, and friendly on-screen presence. Viewers appreciated his energy and admired his ability to tackle the swamp's many challenges with both bravery and good humor. Sadly, Randy passed away in a car accident in September 2018 at the age of 35. According to reports, the accident occurred in Iberia Parish, Louisiana. His untimely death sent shockwaves through the cast and fan base. The news was shared publicly by his family, who described Randy as a beloved father, son, and friend. Fans who had watched him grow up on television were devastated, and many reached out with condolences and messages of support. The loss served as a reminder of how quickly life can change, even for those who seem larger than life on screen. Not all losses on Swamp People were of human cast members. One of the more unique and touching stories was that of Tyler, better known as the Swamp Dog. Tyler was the loyal companion of Bruce Mitchell, another longtime cast member. Tyler appeared frequently alongside Bruce, often seen riding in the boat, sniffing around the bayou, or waiting patiently while Bruce worked. The bond between Bruce and Tyler was obvious, and fans quickly became fond of the dog's calm presence and dependable nature. Tyler passed away in 2014 at the age of 13 due to congestive heart failure. For many viewers, the news of his passing was surprisingly emotional. Even though Tyler wasn't a person, his presence on the show had become comforting and familiar. Fans had watched him over the years and had grown attached to the companionship he offered Bruce. His death was acknowledged both on social media and in the show itself, allowing fans to pay their respects to a dog that had captured many hearts. These losses, while painful, also brought the Swamp People community closer together. The outpouring of grief and support in each case showed just how much the cast means to the audience. For viewers, the show goes beyond entertainment. It creates a connection to a way of life that's increasingly rare, and to individuals who embody strength, tradition, and family values. The passing of a cast member doesn't just change the show, it changes the experience of watching it. Despite these losses, the show has continued, adapting and evolving with each season. The Landry family remains a central part of that story. Their perseverance in the face of challenges, including health issues, personal rumors, and the loss of friends, has made them even more respected by fans. In fact, recent developments have only strengthened the bond between the Landrys and their audience. In a particularly uplifting announcement, Jacob Landry confirmed that Swamp People had been renewed for a 15th season. This news was met with great excitement, especially after Troy Landry's recovery from prostate cancer. Jacob expressed his hope that his father would be able to join the upcoming season in full strength, and mentioned that he was even building a new boat for Troy to use. It was a heartwarming gesture that underscored the close bond between father and son, as well as their shared passion for life on the swamp. Jacob's updates on social media showed just how much thought and effort the family was putting into returning for the new season. He tagged fellow cast members, counted down the days, and shared glimpses of preparations. This active presence reassured fans that the Landrys were not only back, they were committed to making the most of the upcoming season. It also highlighted the sense of continuity that Swamp People offers. Even as cast members come and go, and even in the face of loss, the show remains anchored in the values that first made it popular. For many viewers, the show's real power lies in its sense of community. It brings together people from all walks of life, united by their interest in the outdoors, survival skills, and family bonds. Whether someone is watching from a city apartment or a rural town, there's something in Swamp People that resonates. It's a reminder of resilience, tradition, and the power of human connection. Troy Landry's journey, in particular, has become symbolic of that spirit. From health battles to family life, from public scrutiny to personal recovery, he has remained consistent, honest, hardworking, and deeply committed to his roots. His return to the show after 2 major surgeries has only deepened the admiration fans feel toward him. And in the face of the deaths of fellow cast members, he has been a steady presence, helping to carry the show forward while honoring those who are no longer part of it. As the new season begins, there is a renewed sense of appreciation among fans. The excitement isn't just about the Gators or the action. It's about seeing familiar faces again, hearing the familiar accents, and watching families like the Landrys do what they've done for generations. The show continues to pay tribute to those who've passed on, whether it's through memories, stories, or simply carrying on their legacy in the swamp. In the end, Swamp People is about much more than hunting. It's about life, in all its unpredictability, hardship, and beauty. It's about family, community, and heritage. And for fans around the world, it's about the people, the Landrys, the Gists, the Edwards, and everyone else who's made the series what it is. They are the heart of the show, and even in the face of loss, their stories continue to inspire.